Hello everyone, this is a domestic outbound multi-stop scenario demo using SAP Transportation Management 9.0. This is the scenario overview wherein we have a plant in Los Angeles, California, and the plant is called Quality Foods Incorporated. The plant manufactures food and beverages, and our customers are in Northern California. Uh, Whole Foods, Safeway, and Walmart are the three customers. Whole Foods is in San Jose, California, Safeway in Fremont, California, and Walmart in Oakland, California. This is the process overview of all the steps you will be seeing in this demo. First, sales orders are created in the ECC system. We would be creating 3 sales orders for the 3 customers, Safeway, Whole Food, and Walmart. This will be done in the ECC system. These sales orders will then flow through to the TM system as order-based transportation requests, out of which you will see how freight units are built, and we will then proceed to do optimizer based transportation planning, which would select the appropriate route. You will see how these 3 sales orders are consolidated automatically by the optimizer and also allocated to the right vehicle resource, which would be a full truckload, a 40-foot truck, and you will also see the route details. Eventually, the result of this optimizer based transportation planning is a freight order creation, and then I would show you how carrier selection is done. In this case, carrier selection is done based on cost. The cheapest carrier would be selected, and then you'll also see how charge calculation, where are the charges for this particular transportation leg. Then from the TM system, the transportation proposals would be triggered, which would automatically create deliveries in ECC system. So in TM, it is called delivery trigger of delivery proposals, and then you would see ECC outbound deliveries created in ECC, and also the update. ECC would send back an update to the TM system with the delivery outbound delivery number, and you would see a update in the transportation management doc flow. The final step in the process is to create a freight settlement document from the TM system. The freight settlement document would then be transferred to the ECC system, and a service purchase order and a service entry sheet would be created in the ECC system. And then, similarly, just like the delivery, the service PO and service entry sheet document numbers from ECC would come back and confirm. There would be a confirmation in the TM system showing you the doc numbers in the document flow. Now I'll show you the entire process in the system. The first step is to create the 3 sales orders in the ECC system. Our order type in this case is TMOR, which is the TM standard order. The sales organization QFS1, that is Quality Foods Incorporated Sales Org. Then we have a distribution channel as Retail and Division Foods. First sales order are sold to party and our shipped to party is Walmart. And our material in this case is peanut butter jar, and our order quantity would be 13,000 cans. And here what you'll notice is that the total weight is 13,000 pounds on the sales order. So I'll go ahead and save the sales order. Similarly, I'll also create a sales order for our other 2 customers, Whole Foods and Safeway. The material for Whole Foods is multigrain cereal, and order quantity is 12,000 boxes. The total weight of this order is 12,000 pounds. I save the sales order and it gives me that TM standard order 14067 has been saved. Creating the final sales order for Safeway. Material in this case is bottled water, a 24-pack bottled water, and the order quantity I'm going to put in is 625 packs. And here you would see that the total weight of this sales order is 12,500 pounds. I will save the sales order. And now, as we discussed in the process flow, the three sales orders will go to the TM system and create a document called as the order-based transportation request. So logging into the TM system, I'll launch NetWeaver Business Client. Here you see different work buckets on the top, and we click on ERP logistics integration, overview transportation requirements. This is a work list. This work list can be personalized. In the work list, you see that the three sales orders that I created in the ECC system have have passed through to the TM system and created the three order-based transportation requests. I'll select the three order-based transportation requests. You also can notice that we have the original sales order numbers that were created in ECC, and these are the OTR document numbers. The next step in the process is to plan these OTRs, and you will also see how freight units are created off of them. So I click on Start Transportation Cockpit. I'll select the appropriate selection profile as well as the planning profile and hit continue. Now here, this is one of the most important screens. Here you can see the transportation cockpit. You can see four different quadrants. The first quadrant shows you the freight units that are created. The second quadrant shows you the freight orders. And then you have the fourth quadrant with the vehicle information, the vehicle resource, the capacity and the means of transport. And the fourth quadrant shows you an overview of the freight order that would be created. Scroll down, and here I see that three freight units have been created, and the first freight unit says that it loads loading is the shipping point of the plant in Los Angeles and unloading point is Walmart. Similarly, for the second one, the unloading point is Whole Foods, and the third one, the unloading point is Safeway. If I scroll to the right, you can see that the weight of each freight unit, the one for Walmart is 13,000 pounds, and then we have another freight unit for 12,000 pounds, and then finally the freight unit for Safeway as 12,500 pounds. So I select the three freight units and I start optimizer based planning. I tell the optimizer to plan on the three selected freight units with all resources available in the system. Now I get the message saying that the three freight units can be delivered. If I scroll down and see a temporary freight order has been created, I look at the information for this freight order. I can see that the three freight units would be loaded onto the truck at the shipping point SP01, which is the shipping point of our plant in Los Angeles, and one freight unit would be unloaded at Whole Foods, and then the second one would get unloaded at Walmart, and then finally the last freight unit is unloaded at Safeway. So this is what tells us that the optimizer has consolidated the three sales orders and has created a multi-stop delivery scenario. And here you can see that the truck that is used has a maximum capacity of 45,000 pounds. So with the three freight units loaded on the truck is 83% utilized, and as and when the freight units get delivered at the appropriate customer, you see that the utilization of the truck decreases accordingly. So I like what I see, so I can save this freight order and commit it to the database. I accept and I save the freight order. Once committed to the database, I get a freight order number. I'll open this freight order, and here I can see in the document flow of the freight order that the sales orders were initially created in ECC system. There were three sales orders created that came through to the TM system and created a document called as a sales order based transportation request, and then these in turn created freight units. If I go to the general data tab, I can see that the means of transport used is truckload, a 40-foot truck. The utilization of the truck is 83%, and the cargo weight is 37,500 pounds, and the capacity of the truck is 45,000 pounds. What is important to notice here is that the carrier has not yet been selected on the freight order, and that is the reason why you see that the field is blank. So the next step in the process would be for performing automatic carrier selection and also calculating charges for the transportation move. So I select the freight order, I start carrier selection. So here the system automatically proposes to me that JB Hunt is the best carrier. I see a carrier ranking list. JB Hunt ranking is 1, and then Conway ranking 2, UPS 3, and FedEx as 4. The way these carriers are ranked is based on cost, since carrier selection in this demo is cost-based carrier selection. Here JB Hunt, being the cheapest carrier, is ranked 1, and similarly Conway, UPS, and FedEx being a little more expensive is ranked 2, 3, and 4. So I like what the system is proposing, and I accept that JB Hunt is the carrier I'd want to go with. So I click accept. And then I calculate the charges. So the system will tell me for what are the different charge types that would be charged for me based on JB Hunt's rate cards. So now if I open the freight order once again, I see that the carrier has been assigned to this freight order. In this case, it's JB Hunt. And if I go into the charges tab, you can see that you can see the reason why I have been charged $2,435. $2,250 is for as base freight, and then JB Hunt is charging a fuel surcharge of $240, and then we have a discount of $55. So 2,250 plus 240 minus 55 gives us a total of 2,435 US dollars. Next step in the process is to trigger delivery proposals, create delivery proposals off of the TM system, which automatically creates an outbound delivery in the ECC system. So I select the freight order and I click on create delivery proposal. I click on send delivery proposals to ECC. And the system gives me the message saying that 3 delivery proposals have been sent to ERP. I'll open the freight order. I now going to the documents flow, and here you can see that the delivery has been created in ECC. We can see 3 outbound deliveries have been created in ECC, and also the delivery numbers, the outbound delivery number. So I can quickly open up this particular delivery in ECC and show you that confirm that it has been created in ECC. So if I open up this sales order 14066, going to the ECC system, click on display document flow, I can see that there is an outbound delivery created. Click on display document, and here the outbound delivery is created in ECC. The trigger came from the TM system as a delivery proposal, and the delivery number is 816.87.2. If I open the freight order, I can see that the delivery number is 816.87.2. Finally, the last step in the process is to create a freight settlement document and send this freight settlement document over to ECC for invoice verification. And ECC creates a service purchase order and a service entry sheet, and it will update TM back with the confirmation. Here a new freight settlement document is created. If I go to the general data tab, I see the information of the freight settlement document, the base freight, the fuel surcharge, and the discount charges. And if I go into the status tab, you can see that the life cycle status says it's ready for accruals, and also confirmation status says it has not been transferred to SAP ERP yet. So I'll save this document and transfer it to SAP ERP, and you notice that the confirmation status would change. Now the life cycle status is transferred for accruals, and confirmation status says that no confirmation from SAP ERP. That is the reason because the freight settlement document has been sent to SAP ERP, and the ECC system is now creating a service purchase order and a service entry sheet automatically, and then it will communicate back to TM system, and this confirmation status would change to saying confirmation received by SAP ERP. This step would take a few seconds. Now if I refresh, I can see that confirmation from SAP ERP is the new confirmation status. Going back to the document flow, Here you can see that the freight settlement document had been sent to ERP, and then we received a confirmation back from ERP saying that a purchase order and a service entry sheet has been created successfully. So this is the end-to-end flow of a multi-stop scenario. Going back to the process overview, what we just saw in this demo is creation of 3 sales orders in ECC for 3 customers in Northern California, our plant being in Southern California, Los Angeles. These 3 sales orders were sent to TM system, and they created an order-based transportation request, which in turn created freight units. And then you also saw optimizer based transportation planning, where these 3 sales orders were consolidated, and the optimizer proposed the multi-stop delivery method. And then a freight order was created. We performed automatic carrier selection. The system told us that JB Hunt was the cheapest carrier. Then we did charge calculation to see where our charges were, base freight, discount, as well as fuel surcharge. And the TM system delivery proposals were created from the TM system, sent to the ECC system, and outbound deliveries were automatically created in the ECC system. It sent a confirmation back to the TM system with the delivery numbers. And finally, we created a freight settlement document which was sent to the ECC system, which created a service purchase order and a service entry sheet. So this is the end of the demo.